The heart of your teams, the heart of Michigan. Bally Sports Detroit, the heart of the fan.
I hate Halloween. Halloween's orange, you know, it's my least favorite holiday. So orange is just, it's not something that's in my vocab, it's not in my closet, you know. My whole family hates orange. Everybody I love hates orange.
We've been working at this since we lost last year, so getting this would mean a lot to us. Most of us have never beat CCM varsity, and none of us have, so it'd be a good revenge tour.
We've taken that to heart, and we're determined to make sure that we are going to end that streak.
It's the whole school. It's not just football, it's everybody. Like, and we get Rice Krispie treats, like every day we're smashing pumpkins. It's like, we all hate Rice.
Oh yeah, how about a little dose of rivalry with your Football Friday? High school football on Bally Sports Detroit is proudly presented by the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. This is one of the best high school football rivalries in the Midwest. Detroit Catholic Central against Birmingham Brother Rice on a perfect Football Friday night in the great state of Michigan. Welcome to Lawrence Tech. We're going to have a heck of a lot of fun calling this game. Hope you have fun watching. With Brother Rice class of 2015, Grant Perry, and Catholic Central class of 1999, Justin Cessante, I am merely Evan Stockton, Catholic Central class of 2014. Let's have some fun watching this football game together tonight. Justin, all three of us have lived this football game and lived this rivalry for as long as we can remember. What does the state need to know about this game that truly makes it special?
Yeah, the tradition. It goes back to 1966. There's no better rivalry, not in the state of Michigan, but maybe in the country between Brother Rice and Catholic Central. And it's been neck to neck over the years, almost a tied record after overall victories. And it's going to be a great one, and I think it's going to be a classic.
The week leading up to this game, you know it's Catholic Central versus Brother Rice. It's the traditions in the schools, right? The rallies. It's the pumpkin smashing for CC. It's the lack. You can't wear blue when you go to Rice that week. You know, it's the little things that matter, and it's what makes this rivalry so great.
Yeah, we love watching and this year calling this game. It's going to be so much fun here tonight. Now, when we look at this game traditionally, there are outstanding athletes, and this year's no exception. Let's start with Catholic Central, Justin. Evan Hager, who's going to go play college baseball at Alabama. My goodness, he's a heck of a football player too.
Yeah, he keeps running the way he is this season. He'll go down with the all-time greats of the Derek Brooks and the Anthony Caputinos and the Anthony Darkangelos. He's an explosive home run hitter for Catholic Central, and Brother Rice is going to have their hands full and a big opportunity and challenge to stop him this game.
Now, Grant, on the other side of things, Blake Morogi, the quarterback for Brother Rice, is coming off one of the greatest statistical games in the history of the school last week against De La Salle. What in the world is working for this guy right now?
Consistency, improvement week to week, his decision making, his timing, his accuracy, it's getting better each week. I'm looking for him to take the next step today. That's what it's going to take. It's going to be a pivotal role today for a win for Brother Rice.
And always in a Catholic Central Brother Rice game, the lines are going to be so important to who wins this football game. Grant, when we look at an experienced defensive line for Brother Rice, who's the guy we need to watch out for in this
I think there's two guys tonight. I think Eric Doherty, number 56, the Boston College commit. He's going to make a real impact today. And along with Andrew Labar, he's coming off an injury, so look for him to have a good game today.
Now, on the other side of things, Justin, there used to be a rule at Catholic Central, freshmen couldn't play on the varsity. Apparently that rule does not exist anymore because of guys like this and athletes like this.
Yeah, Benny Azuka, a freshman starting at left guard, one of the only freshmen to start at the historic Catholic Central football team. They have a young offensive line, which is usually their most experienced group. Left tackle, Cal Rogowski Jr., two other juniors, the lone senior, Zion Tinnen, and they're really going to have their hands full with the experienced defensive line of Brother Rice tonight.
And in a Brother Rice Catholic Central game, you must watch out for linebacker against running back. For Catholic Central, Justin, you know as well as anyone, there's been a lot of good linebackers at that school. Braden Corser is adding his name to the tradition this season.
Yeah, faceless running back, linebacker, very physical downhill, can run sideline to sideline, and this is going to be a great matchup tonight of the D1 Maryland commit coming back his first game to see Braden Corser and the Catholic Central defense.
Yeah, like you said, Nolan Ray's expected to play today. He brings an athletic but a bruiser in between the tackles. He's going to beat you with speed. I think he clocked an 11.3 last year in the track and field for Brother Rice. Look for him to be a big explosive playmaker today. That's what Rice has been missing here in the run game this year.
You've got a bunch of Catholic Central and Brother Rice guys calling this game. If we get out of this game without killing each other, that's a win in my book. Let's have some fun. This rivalry is outstanding. Brother Rice, Detroit Catholic Central, another chapter in the rivalry. Coming up next on Bally Sports. Football Fridays on Bally Sports Detroit are brought to you by Family Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. Family is not just the name of our company, but the way that we do business. And by your local Toyota dealer. Visit buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. This is one of the fiercest rivalries in Michigan high school football. Detroit Catholic Central against Brother Rice. It brings out deep passion and emotion every single year. And for previous generations, today is simply known as the Boys Bowl. The name is perfect, but it's also incomplete because it's more. It's legacy and history, and always it's rivalry. These two programs claim 19 state championships between them, dozens of all-staters and all-Americans, scores of college stars, and 21 that played on Sundays. But that's not why it's the best rivalry in the state of Michigan. It's about the muddy, the miraculous, the immovable object, and the unstoppable force. Tonight, they'll meet for the 67th time in their unparalleled series history. But really, there's more. There's the magical span of two different men's careers that had so very much in common. And there's been honor in the respect of equals. But make no mistake, for one side clad in valiant blue and peerless white, and the other in orange and black, Brother Rice against Detroit Catholic Central. Let's play ball. Every single person in the stands and every single man on that football field waits a year for this exact moment. Brother Rice, Detroit Catholic Central, on a glorious Friday night near the end of September. This is football weather, and this is as good as it gets in the state of Michigan. Owen Party going to kick it deep. Brady Blakita, one of the men, back deep for Catholic Central. Evan Hager is back deep as well. Ball in the air. Catholic Central, Brother Rice, Chapter 67 underway. It's Evan Hager on the return. And Brother Rice trips him up as he just crosses the 25-yard line. So for that team in white, you got to keep an eye on who's the quarterback tonight. They've been using two this year. They're both sophomores. Number 8, Bo Jackson, and number 3, Skylar Hunter. As we see the Shamrocks break the huddle, Justin, Bo Jackson is the starter tonight for Catholic Central. We'll see both guys tonight. What does Bo bring to the offense?
He's a pocket passer. He's going to sling it back there. He's not going to hurt you like Skylar Hunter with his feet, but very athletic and can definitely sling the football.
Had an outstanding game a couple of weeks ago and a big win against DeWitt. Just 4 for 9 passing last week against UD. It's a ball game Catholic Central won 22-7. They'll shift the formations. Jackson starts under center. First give of the game to Hager. Brother Rice rallying to the football, and he gains just a couple on first.
You see Bo Jackson here, 6'3", 190, inexperienced, first year starting, and first time starting against Brother Rice. So that always brings a couple of nerves and emotions. You hope that he can really lock down, be a leader on the field, and make smart decisions with the football.
Shot here for him to make a good decision. Second down long. Another give, Evan Hager. Spanning away from a couple initial tackles. Setting down third down medium for Catholic Central. And a big play for both sides, Grant. Third down, first drive of the game.
Third down and short here. This is an area where the offensive coordinator for CC has the little open playbook, right? It's the first 15 plays of the game, which usually get scheduled. So look for something they go to a lot here. I think they're going to go to the air, but let's find out here.
They do bring 83, DJ Lee, into the game. He's 83, the wide receiver nearest to you on your screen. Jackson with time on 3rd down 4. Down the middle, it's caught. First down, Catholic Central across the 40. It's Connor Davey, the senior, moving the sticks for the Shamrocks. When we look at the Shamrocks offense as a whole, Justin, we alluded to this in the open. It's a young offensive line. So how can you counteract that as an offensive coordinator?
Yeah, well, you got to get synergy and communication, and that's what Coach Bell said over the last 4 weeks. They've been really coming together as a unit, and you have to play as a unit, especially with that inside-outside zone and pass protection of young quarterbacks.
Give to Hager with room up the middle. Evan Hager keeping those legs churning. It's a first down carry for another first down. Catholic Central's into Brother Rice territory.
Well, what a tremendous job by that young offensive line. You get two pulling guards. Benny Azuka gets out, kicks out, and you got great vision by the running back, Evan Hager, and he's already putting in some work here, Grant, today, and they're going to work their horse.
So now first down 10 for CC at Brother Rice's 44-yard line. Quick drop, Jackson looking near side, it's caught. Brady Blakita, another solid gain for Catholic Central. Grant, what potentially can Brother Rice counteract here as CC has really found a rhythm early?
Yeah, you got to have good pressure with the defensive line. Like we talked about earlier, it's going to be a trench war up front. Look for Eric Doherty to try to get in that backfield to try to disrupt some of these counters, right? Those pulling guards got to get outside and block the defensive end to the front side plays. So Eric Doherty gets in there, he's going to have to disrupt the play.
He's a big guy, 6'4", 290. And believe it or not, he started the year as Brother Rice's punter. They have since found a new punter. First give of the game, Spencer Lyons. And Brother Rice will hold it to 3rd down and short coming up here.
Yeah, here we go. You know, you have some big-time impact players here. Andrew LeBar returning at DN. We talked about Eric Doherty a lot, Division I talent. And, you know, you got also Ben Eck, who's going to be definitely dependent on coverage and making sure that they shut it down in the secondary for Brother Rice.
That time Catholic Central running right in the middle of the Brother Rice line. Good old-fashioned QB sneak to gain the first. Guy in a quarterback right now for the Shamrocks, Bo Jackson, is not their quote-unquote running quarterback. That's number 3, Skylar Hunter, who we do expect to see at some point tonight. He's played in every game so far this year. Nico Genrich running right, absorbing a blow, dominoing down inside the 30. And once again, Grant, Catholic Central is doing an excellent job staying ahead of the chains on this drive.
Right, and that's huge. And the offense, you have to stay ahead of the chains. They do a good job here of running a little outside perimeter run. They've been running the counter inside, along with the inside zone. They challenge the perimeter there. Good run by Nico Genrich. 2nd down and manageable here. Look for a nice run to set up a 3rd and short.
Dan Anderson's been a part of this program for over 2 decades. Took over for Tom Mack and learned from one of the best in the history of high school football in Michigan. Jackson the pump. Jackson the lob, deep downfield, it's incomplete. And now, here we go, Justin. 3rd down long for Brother Rice. This is a spot that they've wished they could been in so far in the football game.
Yeah, I like screens out of here. I like some quarterback draw. Maybe throw something you usually use as a 2-point conversion play. This is a big 3rd down conversion. It's the first drive of the game. You're doing some good ball control. Very balanced offense, which they've been really run heavy all year. And we'll see what they do. Kevin Glenn up there in the box and what he's going to call and dial up for Rice's defense.
Brother Rice student section making noise on a 3rd down 7. Jackson with time again across the middle. Caught. 1st down Catholic Central. Into the red zone they go. That's the 2nd time on a 3rd down in this drive. Connor Davies made the catch, and he's moved the sticks.
Brother Rice is going to be in his zone coverage here. You're going to see number 18 crossing the defender's face there. Catches the ball. That's a good job by Bo Jackson finding the open target. It doesn't always have to be a deep pass. That short pass will get 1st downs. Good job by the young quarterback finding his guy and moving the sticks there.
You ready for this? Connor Davey, number 18 for Catholic Central. 2 catches on this drive. Entering tonight, 2 catches on the year. Spencer Lyons, met by that defensive line of Brother Rice. Just a short gain on first down. Still, though, guys, I think Catholic Central will love the way this drive is going. Justin, so far, Brother Rice hasn't touched the football, and we're darn near 5 minutes into the football game.
Yeah, this is an old-school Catholic Central drive. Try to, not 3 yards in a cloud of dust, but definitely ball control being a focus. And that's exactly what CC wanted to do, hold on to this football and not be forced in anything outside their scheme.
Hager the back behind Jackson. It's a bad snap to Jackson. Rolling free on the turf. Hager picks it up. This is a disaster. Brother Rice swarms to the football. Langston Nevels makes the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and forever.
That's their lone senior snapping the football, so you don't expect them to have problems. But he actually did a really good snap. Looking at this replay, just went right through Bo Jackson's hands. Evan Hager tries to pick it up and do something with it. You now take yourself out of field goal position and really have to have a big play here on 3rd down.
The line to gain for the Shamrocks is Brother Rice's 7. The football is at the 37. What in the world do you have cooked up on this play? Let's find out. Jackson with the time. Down the middle. Oh, you've got to be kidding me! Brady Blakita! Touchdown Catholic Central! Catholic Central just scored on 3rd down and 30. It's the 2nd touchdown of the year for Brady Blakita. Bo Jackson with the missile down the middle. Jake Madigan on to tack on the PAT. And it's perfect. On 3rd down and forever, Dan Anderson and the coaching staff dial up a dream play. Bo Jackson got the time, and Brady Blakita slipped down the middle. Can you blame the man for being fired up? On the first drive of another Detroit Catholic Central and Brother Rice rivalry game, the Shamrocks strike first. Well, so far in this broadcast, you've heard from a bunch of Catholic Central and Brother Rice guys. It's time to introduce the member of our crew who is not actually an alumni of any of these schools. The pride of Milford High School, Natalie Kerwin, has been getting a taste of this rivalry all week long. Natalie, what have you learned by now?
Well, first of all, Evan, what an intro. Yeah, I may not have gone to either school, but what I have learned is this is one of the best rivalries in the state, if not the country. The excitement, the anxiousness doesn't just start off, it's all year long, all week long, and really all day, where both schools had pep rallies earlier this afternoon. The Shamrocks spent their time smashing pumpkins. Why pumpkins? Well, just look at the color. And you know what they said they ate all week? Pumpkin pie and Rice Krispie treats, because in their words, rocks eat rice. On the other side, the Warriors had a day of their own too. They had a field day playing different games, watching hype videos, all while chanting Beat CC. So both student bodies are fired up tonight, and you can already see the competition carrying out on the field. Guys?
Yeah, Natalie, that's absolutely right. In terms of the actual football game, guys, Catholic Central just scored on a 3rd down and 30 on their first drive of the game. I'm still trying to figure out what in the heck just happened there. Grant, what did just happen there?
So what you saw was a 3rd down and long, 3rd down and country mile. Brother Rice was in a man coverage underneath with 2 high safeties. Those 2 high safeties have to guard half the field each, right? Catholic Central and Kevin Glenn had the perfect play dialed up. They threw a post right down the middle to number 12, Brady Blakita. He split the safeties and took it to the house. That's the perfect play call to have right there.
Adam Korzaneski, the 6-year head coach for Brother Rice. A play like that's going to make him pull the hair out from his head. And this is a kick that's going to make the Catholic Central coaching staff frustrated. Justin, this is going to give a Brother Rice offense that scored 43 points last week outstanding field position.
Yeah, and there's no reason for this. We all know that special teams is 1/3 of the game, and you have to make sure that in games like this that are going to be close, that a lot of emotion, that you're taking care of the football and you're not making simple mistakes. Coach Anderson will not be happy with that, and giving the defense a little bit of disadvantage here.
The kicking team, 5-yard penalty, starting 35.
And that Brother Rice offense will start, headlined by a man, number 2, Blake Morogi, who is on one heck of a hot streak at the quarterback spot. Give Nolan Ray his first of the season, and it's a pretty darn good one. A chunk gain on first for the future Maryland Terrapin. I say this without exaggeration. Last week, the junior quarterback Blake Morogi, number 2 in orange and black, had one of the greatest games in the history of Brother Rice football. Nearly 400 passing yards and 4 touchdowns against the top team in the state, De La Salle, last week. So, Grant, how in the world does this try to have an encore tonight?
You know, you just got to stay consistent here. He's got to stay within his reads. Nolan Ray's going to take a lot of pressure off his back, so look for him just to stay consistent. Find his guys, find his targets.
And it helps having Nolan Ray back in the backfield. He's been out all year with an injury, but he is back tonight. Morogi running for nothing. The Shamrocks swarm to the football and set up 3rd down. This Brother Rice offense, headlined by Blake Morogi, headlined by Nolan Ray, but an offensive line that they think, Grant, is one of the best in the state of Michigan, and a tight end in Henry Garrity, who also just had one of the greatest games in Brother Rice history last week. How do you get him the football this week?
You know, the key is not to force it. Let it come to you. Let Nolan Ray set up the run. CC's going to be big on trying to stop the run. Let him progress throughout the game. He's going to get open. We'll see it here eventually.
On the ground, 3rd down. 1st down, Nolan Ray with room. Into Catholic Central territory and out of bounds, just shy of the 40. I don't know, guys. Nolan Ray sure looks healthy to me a couple of runs in.
We could talk defensive scheme all day, but we do get a blitz off the edge. Braden Corser just overruns it a little bit, and then you see the athleticism there from Nolan Ray and how he can make people miss and get upfield right now.
Last year, 145 carries, 1,100 yards, and 14 touchdowns. And his coach, Adam Korzaneski, said to us before the year, Nolan doesn't actually know how good he is. They will spell him all night long. Cashton Papadelis, the back to Morogi's left. He's been the starter all year up to this point. Morogi keeps wading through the line, crossing the 40 with a good gain on first.
And some of the impact players on defense, Catholic Central, are going to see today. Joe Massey, stout defensive tackle, can stop the run, get a great pass rush. Braden Corser, we talked about earlier, one of the best linebackers in the state, downhill, side to side. And Jack Davis, big, hard-hitting safety. He really has to control the middle of the field.
Now, guys, this is not good news for Catholic Central. The man down in the middle of the field, Beckler Hauser, number 38, the 6-foot senior, is one of the leading tacklers on the team so far this year.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's been dealing with some injuries this season, and everybody talks about Braden Corser, but Beckler Hauser is a ball player. He's just a straight football player. Not going to see him 6'4", 240, or running 40s under 4.5, but he just plays football. We hope to see that young man come back in the game.
Outstanding to see Beckler get to his feet here. He hit the genetic jackpot. His dad played college football, and his mom was a soccer player at Michigan State. The man was destined to play some kind of sport. He leads Catholic Central with 3 sacks so far this year. Catholic Central scored on their first drive of the game, and Brother Rice has got momentum. 2nd down at Catholic Central's 40. Back in with room. Nolan Ray, another good game. 3 runs in, and he's already making an impact.
14, Spencer Lyons with the tackle. Ball spotted at the CC 26-yard line.
Yeah, they're just going to be running a counter here. He's going to kick out this defensive end. Nolan Ray's going to have a good vision down this hole. He's going to make his safety miss. When you get your running back on the third level defender, that's when you have the most success in these run plays. Good run by Nolan Ray. Good open field tackle by Jack Davis, number 5 for CC.
Hard to miss with that big club. Ray running left again. That's an underrated facet of his game, Justin. You can have all the speed in the world. Nolan's a sprinter on the track team. This is a very patient run, a deliberate run, which ends up being a good gain on first down.
Yeah, listen, when you're going to Maryland in the Big Ten, you have some skill set, pass just fast and running the football. He does a lot of really good things, and being patient, letting those big guards and tackles pull is going to be a key so that he can get some blocks and find seams and gaps during the game.
This looked like a Catholic Central Brother Rice game yet. They've barely thrown the football. Although Catholic Central did score a passing touchdown on their first drive. Give Papadelis a powerful run as he lowers his right shoulder. He's awfully close to the first down.
Grant, I'm very impressed by the way Brother Rice has really started firing off this ball and the holes that they're opening. I mean, there's some big gaps in there on the defensive line.
Yeah, you could fit a truck through some of these holes, man. Cashin Papadelis is doing a good job right there. He fell forward for making it a 3rd and short. It's going to be an easy play call here for the offensive coordinator. Look at him stick to the run with Nolan Ray.
They'll keep it with Morogi. First down, Morogi. Inside the 10 goes Brother Rice. Beckler Hauser back in the ball game. Great to see him make the tackle for Catholic Central. But Brother Rice humming on drive number 1 tonight. It is 1st and goal for Brother Rice. This is always a tricky spot when you got 1st down and goal from essentially the 10. Ray the back with Morogi. He's on the right. He's in a pass pattern, and it's batted down at the line. Ray was wide open, if not for the active hands of the Catholic Central defensive line.
Yeah, and that's unacceptable. When you're down in the red zone, you're getting man-to-man unless we had a blitz.
52, Javon
we're looking at number 38, White, and he's coming right now on a blitz, so they vacate. We either have to have a safety, the free safety, pick that running back up, and nobody did, and they got away with one. Brother Rice gave a gift away, but great job by the defensive line as well. Let's not take anything away from them, getting their hands up and getting the pass rush.
So now 2nd down and goal for Brother Rice. And we're going to whistle. And we will get a timeout on the field.
Timeout, Brother Rice. First timeout of the half.
Adam Korzaneski elects to use his first timeout in a pivotal spot in the ball game. Catholic Central scored on their first drive. Brother Rice knocking on the door. 2nd down goal. And you come on back to Lawrence Tech. All right, just to prove to you that we weren't lying to you at the top of the broadcast, we know something about this game. Grant Perry, one of the best wide receivers in the history of Brother Rice, went on to play at the University of Michigan. Justin Cessante, one of the better players in the history of Detroit Catholic Central football. Former Grand Valley State Laker. When he was there, the head coach was a guy you probably heard of. He's now at LSU, Brian Kelly. And believe it or not, once upon a time, I also did play for Detroit Catholic Central.
And it was miserable scheming for Grant when I coached, and it was a pleasure coaching Evan Stockton when he was there. And I mean that true CC guy, really live and die for CC High type of mentality.
You know you're not supposed to reveal that to all the Brother Rice people watching, right? So now I can get a bunch of hate mail. That's fine. I'll prepare myself for it. 2nd down goal for Brother Rice. Morogi, quick drop to the corner of the end zone. Incomplete. Kolka had a step on Blakita, but he couldn't haul it in.
Number 12, Brady Blakita on the
Yeah, you see here right there, Brady Blakita does a really good job of keeping his inside leverage and running. Really had a chance, though, Brother Rice. He touches your hands, you should catch it. And, you know, we'll see them going to Henry Garrity, who has a little bit more of a mismatch down there in the red zone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Garrity is 88 in black and orange. He's on the left side of your screen. Let's see if Morogi looks his way. He caught it 11 times last week, hasn't caught it yet tonight. He's in the slot. Morogi stepping up, and he'll step up into a shamrock wall. Danilo Guberinic, the first man to him. Number 73, the sophomore making a big play.
73 right here. Danilo Guberinic has a great pass rush. Gets his hand up. Oh, gets the quarterback, wraps him up. Sure tackler. Good tackle. It's going to make it a 4th down, and they're going to have to kick a field goal here and take the points.
Danilo's brother Bruno now playing at Central Michigan. He's got big screws to fill, but he's filling them so far. Owen Party on for the field goal, and it is good. He's made a 55-yarder in his career. That one down the pipe, and Brother Rice on the board. 7-3 ball game.
Central 7, Brother Rice 3.
So Catholic Central scores a touchdown on their first drive, and Brother Rice adds a field goal on their first. You won't want to miss next week's Football Fridays game of the week. Our crew is going to have a good one. Davison takes on a powerful Walled Lake Western squad at 7:30 p.m. on Bally Sports Detroit Extra. That's Davison, Walled Lake Western, 7:30 next Friday night, September 30th, only on Bally Sports Detroit Extra, presented by our friends, the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Now, there is a common opponent here, guys. Davison played Catholic Central earlier in the year. CC beat them in a shootout, 43-33. That Walled Lake Western offense so far this year has been tough to stop, Justin. They're going up and down the football field.
And Davison beat Clarkston in the Big House first game of the year, so they have a lot to prove. Got a big loss against Catholic Central, who the score looked a little closer than it actually ended up being in the fourth quarter. But I would think that's going to be a shootout and a heck of a game to watch.
Remember that Clarkston-Adams game that was on Football Fridays a couple of weeks ago? I think they just scored another touchdown. And it was a 75-yard touchdown, just for kicks.
About 75 points and scored in the first half that game.
I'm amazed you have your voice back by now, Justin. Catholic Central going to get a chance for the return here. It's Evan Hager. Evan Hager with room. Evan Hager down the far sideline. And Catholic Central have primo starting field position right at their 40. That's the athleticism, Justin, we've been talking about with Evan Hager. Give him a crease and a crack, and the man will get something going.
Yeah, look, we talk special teams is 1/3, right, Grant? You get the CC kicker kicks out of bounds, and then they keep kicking to Evan Hager.
Yeah, it helps when you win at least 2 phases out of those 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams. If you win 2, you're most likely going to have a better opportunity to advance this game.
We weren't going to kick to you when you were back there, I'll tell you that. That was very clear.
Back to the ground and back to Evan Hager. That seems like a good recipe. Good chunk in on first for Catholic Central.
Number 2, Evan Hager on the carry.
That young offensive line starting to get a push, and they're letting Evan Hager, I think, compared to other weeks where there was more of a share of carries between Spencer Lyons and him, he's getting the majority of the carries, and you can see that momentum. I mean, Grant, talk about being an offensive player and how important that momentum is touching the football.
Catholic Central will carry that momentum, guys, into the second quarter. Brother Rice and Catholic Central each scored on their first drive of the game. Catholic Central's got drive number 2, and they are starting to move down the football field. This rivalry never disappoints. Everybody at Lawrence Tech on a perfect Football Friday in Michigan. Catholic Central with a lead and the ball when you come on back.
welcome back into Lawrence Tech. I'm standing here now with Declan Byle, fresh off a multi-year run as Catholic Central's quarterback, now playing at the University of Michigan. Declan, it's so great to have you here. Kind of weird probably for you to be on the sidelines and the other side of things now. I mean, how badly do you want to put on the white helmet and go out there?
Yeah, obviously really want to. I'm still seeing a lot of my old teammates that I played with for years, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit jealous, but I still tell them every day or before every game that they need to take advantage of these moments because you're not going to get them back, and it truly is special.
You were 4-0 in your time at Catholic Central against Rice. You made your varsity debut at quarterback against Brother Rice your sophomore year. What do you remember about that moment?
Yeah, that was a special moment. You know, obviously being at CC, it's something you circle on your calendar every single year. And Brother Rice, they don't like us, we don't like them. That's just kind of the way things go. So it's really special, and fortunately I was able to have a good career against them.
There's a lot of great traditions and rivalries in the state of Michigan. CC Brother Rice may be the top one. What does that rivalry mean to you?
It means everything to me. I think the biggest thing is the alumni really care, and you don't really understand it when you're a part of that game just because it's just another high school football game you're just playing. But coming back and you can see this environment, and I saw it last year being at home, and just having everybody around and everyone supporting you, it's really special. It's really cool.
Happy to have you here on the sidelines. I'm sure a lot of your old teammates feel the same. Thanks, Declan.
Thank you.
All righty, guys, thank you very much. Dan Anderson was happy to have Mr. Declan Byle as his quarterback the last few years. He's got Bo Jackson as his quarterback tonight. Already thrown for one touchdown. They run Hager on the left side. Evan Hager. Chunk yardage again for Catholic Central. Into Brother Rice territory they go. Natalie just referenced one of the classic games in the recent memory of this game. Wisner Stadium has been the site of this game more often than not over the years. A classic in 2020 that we were blessed to play during that strange COVID season. Yes, that's another Lacanaria running for a touchdown for Brother Rice. They continue to find them somehow, some way. There's Declan throwing a strike for Catholic Central. And a game that the Shamrocks came back and won right down to the wire. And guys, I would not be stunned if we have a similar final scoreline tonight. Another tricky snap. Jackson in the backfield, brought down by a sandwich of Warriors. That's the second time tonight there's been a bad snap from Catholic Central center.
And look, we have to call it what it is. It's not a bad snap. It's going through the quarterback's hands. This is the second time. Bo Jackson, he is just trying to do too much. It's almost like when a receiver, doesn't look the ball in and tries to run before he catches it. And that's what's happening with the quarterback right now.
Absolutely. You got to see there's some nerves being played with out here today. You know, Bo Jackson is looking to make his first Brother Rice appearance start here today. He's got a little bit of nerves. I'd like to see him calm down, collect the offense, and then keep driving the ball here.
See the numbers for Bo on the screen.
I know Grant really doesn't want to see that, though.
You're just giving everything away up here. Trying to be impartial. Justin's breaking the fourth wall. Oh, it's intercepted! Eric Doherty brought down at the 10. That's a defensive lineman.
As you see here, Bo Jackson's going to drop back. Look his defender off to the right, trying to drop a little tunnel screen in behind there. But like we said, Eric Doherty's going to have to be the difference today. He does that. He's giving Bo Jackson a little bit of a stiff arm. Good play by the big fella. Way to get rumbled down to the red zone.
Who says the big men aren't athletes? Stretch run right side, Brother Rice. Catholic Central does a great job. Cameron Lloyd getting there. Can we just appreciate, guys, that is a 6'4", nearly 300-pound 18-year-old who just made one of the more athletic plays you'll ever see?
Boston College is getting a great one, and not only is he stout, but he's light on the feet. We call him a dancing bear, and that's what this D tackle is to Brother Rice, Eric Daughtry, and he makes a big momentum swing in this game early in the second quarter.
Nice soft hands for the big fella as well. I didn't know he was a catcher. I didn't know he could catch. Maybe line him up at tight end tonight. See what they do.
They get down to the 1. Give him the ball. Let the big man get in the end zone.
Ray the deep back behind Morogi. They'll pitch it to him. Try on the left side. And Catholic Central gets to the ball again. Hager with that raw speed, pushing Ray out of bounds.
Yeah, see Eric Doherty here just getting great pressure. They're going to try to hit the tunnel screen to Brady Blakita, but it gets interception by the big fella. He's rumbling, tumbling. He saw the end zone, and he wanted one there, but Bo Jackson brings him down. Good run, good play. Even in better hands by the big fella.
By the way, guys, that's a great effort to make sure he didn't score, because now you got 3rd down for Brother Rice, goal to go, just outside the 10 here.
What are you looking for Rice to do here on a 3rd in the red zone right here, Grant? Real quick.
88, Henry Garrity. Maybe even Nolan Ray. We'll see.
We'll get a flag first.
False start on the offense. Number 75. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
You change the strategy here at all now, Grant? 3rd down and goal from the 15, or are you looking the same way?
You got to be smart with the ball here. When you're in the red zone as a quarterback, you're taught do not turn the ball over and avoid sacks, right? Don't make it harder on the field goal. So I'm looking for a consistent, a high percentage type pass play. Look for Henry Garrity, number 88, the tight end, or Nolan Ray out of the backfield. CC's been going cover 0 here. They have been shading over top with the safety over Garrity just because they know he's a red zone threat. But let's see what they do here.
Ogie on 3rd down. Rolling, stepping up, throw to the end zone, it's picked! Brady Blakita coming back the other way for Catholic Central. He needs a block. He got a couple of blocks. Brady Blakita still going. One man to beat. Brady Blakita, touchdown. That man, Brady Blakita, tonight has caught a touchdown pass on 3rd down and 30 and had nearly a 100-yard pick six. That man is quickly becoming a Catholic Central legend with the way he's playing tonight. Jake Madigan on to tack on the extra point. Right down the pipe. He's only missed one all year. Certain plays in a rivalry game can swing the pendulum. Guys, this is a play that can swing the pendulum.
I mean, look, Brady Blakita right here is inside leverage, does a great job in red zone. You have the quarterback throwing on the opposite hash to the wide side of the field, and that's never an easy, not even for an NFL or college quarterback. Gets a little rollout. Brady Blakita almost baits him, and oh my gosh, on the interception, but the return. I mean, this is an X-Factor guy we knew, very quick. We've compared him to greats like the Alex Box and Zach Box of the world that played for Catholic Central, and this guy just took the top off this place with a great return, making people miss, and great effort from Catholic Central. Getting blocks out front, never quitting on the play, and this is what this game's made of, big plays, and this game makes you a legend, not the state championships or other games. This game is always what makes a legend for CC football players, and Blakita's putting his names right up there in the books.
So that is one heck of a play for Catholic Central. But football is a game of sudden change. So Grant, how does Brother Rice flush that play and get right back in the offensive side here in a second?
Tough play, even tougher that he gave up a pick six there. That's a real downer for a quarterback, especially a young quarterback making his 5th start of his varsity career. I'm looking right now to put the ball in number 5's belly, right? Nolan Ray. Give it to your guy that's trusted. Give it to your guy that's done it before. Rely on Nolan Ray, kind of like CC's been relying on Evan Hager. Let him do the work, and then make it easy on Blake Morogi. Let him make easy throws. Tough play right there, but they got to shake this off. got to shake it off here. This is a game of momentum switches, right? So this is going to be a real deciding factor here on this drive. Can Brother Rice respond?
Last week, guys, Blake Morogi threw for nearly 400 yards. Tonight, he's yet to complete a pass.
And they don't want to get back in the situation they were against Dell. They were forced to pass in the second half, and it worked out for them. But I agree with Grant. Get back to Nolan Ray. He was a mismatch in the pass game, and he was getting some really good positive runs in the run game. You know, make them stay honest and give it to your workhorse.
Pop-up kick. Orozco tackled shy of the 20. Outstanding work by the Catholic Central Special Teams unit.
21, Jake Hyde made the tackle.
3 minutes into the second quarter, and already the fireworks are flying between Detroit Catholic Central and Brother Rice. Blake Morogi leading the guys back on the field. Evan, Justin, Grant, Natalie down on the sidelines. Such a treat for us to crisscross the state of Michigan every football Friday and cover outstanding games like this and rivalries like this. The guys we know, everyone on that field is going to remember for the rest of their lives. Ray up the middle. Catholic Central's defensive line swarms around him. Nolan Ray's had 5 carries so far in this game. Grant, how does Nolan look to you tonight coming off that injury? Hasn't played yet this year.
Looks fantastic, moving fast. He even had good hustle there on the interception that Brady Blakita had. He's looking good. Feed the man. Let's see him eat. You know, he's going to be the heart and soul of this team right now. Looking forward to see how he does the rest of the game.
Right back to him with a lot of room. Nolan Ray first down and more. And he tucks his way out of bounds at the 35.
Yeah, right here you're going to see the end gets caught, and the linebacker just does not get out fast enough. Run this with Nolan Ray. And he's going right up in a draw, and his eyes see everybody crash into the teeth of the defense and just bounces it. And he's starting to get momentum. You're seeing both running backs starting like trains. They're starting to pick up momentum and get going. See who breaks one first.
They are being cautious with Nolan tonight. You just saw him leave the field. 22 Cashton Papadallis in his stead. Morogi throws to him, and the pass is incomplete. Spencer Lyons had the coverage.
Morogi's pass intended for Cash Papadallis incomplete. 14, Spencer Lyons on the coverage.
Second down and 10 coming for Brother Rice. You like the attack plan, Grant, so far on this drive?
I do. They're moving the ball. They're trying to stay ahead of the chains here. We got a second down and 10. Important to gain at least 5 yards here, right? Open up the playbook for your offense. Give them something that they're consistent with. Big drive here for Brother Rice. Let's see what they do with it.
Morogi alone in the gun again. Time to throw. Long throw, incomplete. Hoping for Nolan Shannon.
Blake Morogi's pass intended for number 85, Nolan Shannon, incomplete.
Third down and long coming up.
Yeah, and I think that Brother Rice wanted to go to Henry Garrity. The linebackers of CC really did a good job, Beckler Hauser and Braden Corser, to squeeze him out and forced him to make a long throw across the field like we saw in the interception. So they have to give him a little bit of help. And, you know, it's always important, as you know, Grant, to find space. If it's not there, go find space and sit down.
Getting a lot of cover 3 looks here tonight. Trying to take the free access throws outside. Cameron Lloyd was there to disrupt it.
Morogi out of that gun again. Pocket collapsing around him. It's tipped and incomplete. Guberinic again.
Brother Rice right here. They got 5 people protecting. It's going to be a full spread look. Morogi's trying to find the right guy, traveling outside the pocket with the ball. Like to see a little bit better ball security, right? This is an important drive for Brother Rice. Just couldn't find anyone. Catholic Central D-line there was all over him. Had no time. Couldn't find the open receiver. Brother Rice is forced to punt here.
Danilo Guberinic, the sophomore, has had a sack and now a tip on 3rd down. Brother Rice just called a timeout.
Their second for the first half.
Told you earlier that Danilo's brother Bruno, former offensive lineman at Catholic Central. He's now a Central Michigan Chippewa. Danilo is forging his own path, Justin, and he's off to a heck of a start in this Brother Rice game, huh?
Well, you know, Evan and Grant, the one thing I love about this game is the lineage. You hear names and brothers and cousins and nephews of guys that went to Brother Rice and Catholic Central, and that is where the substance is. I mean, you have a great tradition going back to 1944, the Boys Bowl 1966, starting against Brother Rice. But it's the lineage. You can't make that up. You can't pretend to care and have that type of passion. When you have family members that come through, it makes it special.
The Hometown Showdown is a chance for your high school to be crowned the best Football Fridays fan base. Vote now in the weekly poll on the Bally Sports Detroit Twitter page. Winning school gets bragging rights and a whole lot more. Poll will close on Monday. Bally Sports Detroit Football Fridays presented by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Yeah, that Catholic Central fan base has been for it. I knew we'd see the Beatrice Street sign at some point. Brady Blakita. Gotta be careful when the ball's in his hands. Langston Nevels makes the tackle on special teams. Brady Blakita, so far tonight, your shining star for Catholic Central. Anytime you have a 99-yard pick six, it's good. How about a 99-yard pick six against Brother Rice? Put that on the highlight reel, Brady. Well, it's been a while since Brother Rice beat Catholic Central. In fact, it's been 7 times in a row. Grant, what would you know about the last time Brother Rice beat Catholic Central?
Hey, a little bit different outcome that we've seen thus far here tonight. I think I had 3 touchdowns, and we went up, ended up winning 41-14. A little bit different outcome, but, as the years go on, the teams change, and right now Catholic Central's got the upper hand.
Did you see how Grant just kind of slid in there? Yeah, 3 touchdowns, no big deal, no big deal. 67 games before tonight. Because of the winning streak for Catholic Central, guys, the Shamrocks now have a 5-game lead in this series. Grant, what do you think Brother Rice is feeling entering this game? Usually this series goes nip and tuck, but it's been a while since these guys have beaten the Shamrocks.
Yeah, and that's tough on kids, right? As a senior, you want to go out beating CC, and CC wants to go out beating Rice. So these seniors expect them to be playing with a chip on their shoulder tonight. They got a lot to prove. This is the road to the Prep Bowl. It starts with these 2 teams, and they gotta get it done tonight if they want to have a good feeling after this one.
Dan Anderson on your right, feeling good. Korzaneski on your left, trying to find a solution here. Catholic Central back in the field. Give Hager. Evan Hager tripped up as he crosses the 35. Tackle just shy of the 40.
Evan Hager on the carry. 28, Rocky Jacobs on the stop.
See Catholic Central not in a terrible rush. Want to get through this half. They're up. Don't make any mistakes.
Second down and 7.
Skylar Hunter in the game at quarterback for CC. He fields a high snap. This is a busted play and a broken play that turns into a big one for Brother Rice and Cashton Papadelis.
Jackson tackled in the backfield by number 22, Cash Papadelis.
And look, not an easy job. You have the center snap into a 6'3 guy. Now you're a little bit of a shorter quarterback. Obviously brings a great run aspect to the offense, but you switch it up, and that's what you get. Now we've had 3 of those, and really 2 of them on the quarterback.
Skylar off. Bo Jackson back on a 3rd down long for Catholic Central. Jackson given time. Loading, throwing, incomplete. Lee and Blakita were in the vicinity. Grant, your brother Rice. Feeling pretty darn good about that stop, aren't you?
Absolutely. Hey, Brother Rice is going to take all these bad snaps. That's helping them, right? That's hurting CC's progress. CC could really take an edge here if they got these snaps right, but Brother Rice is doing a good job of trying to hold them once they're in 3rd and long. They're not making the same mistake, giving up the touchdown to Brady Blakita, trying to move the ball here.
Kyle Ewing, the punter for the Shamrocks. Gets it away. Then Eck, the deep man, will let it roll and bounce, and it's down just shy of the 30. Hey everybody, make sure you stick with us at halftime. Justin Rose and Lauren Plant live from the studio. They'll have updates from around the state, preview what's coming up on our overtime show, powered by state champs, and a very special conversation. Justin Cessante going to catch up with 2 of the greatest high school coaches in America. Al Fracassa from Brother Rice, and the great Tom Mack from Detroit Catholic Central. You will not want to miss what is going to be a very special conversation. Dan Anderson replaced Tom Mack after being an assistant on his staff for nearly 2 decades. Pierogi off play action. Throws, caught. Orozco across the 35. Good chunk gain on first for Brother Rice.
Pierogi's pass complete to number 17, Max Orozco.
There's Beckler Hauser up to make the tackle for Catholic Central. 25 tackles on the year entering tonight.
Gain of 6 on the play. 2nd down and 4.
Pierogi back to the gun, 2nd down 4. Swing pass, Ray. His first catch of the night is a good one. 1st down, Brother Rice. Tackled across that 45-yard line.
Ray on the carry.
Blake's having a slower start to the game here. He's just going to hit this swing pass to Nolan Ray, making it easy on him, making the easy throws. That's going to be huge for Brother Rice here if they want to keep finding success. Find the easy throws.
Andrew Kolka and Henry Garrity, great stalk blocks. Not only want to catch the football, but get out in front and give some room for Nolan Ray.
Back in his hands, slipping tackles and getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Talk about second effort there. I mean, that was a loss of 3. Not many backs in the state can make that happen. I'd say number 2 for Catholic Central and number 5 for Brother Rice can make that happen there. Way to get back to the line of scrimmage and just make it a 2nd and 10.
Starting to get some good penetration from the defensive line. The problem with that is you start running too far upfield, and a back like Nolan Ray is going to hurt you with that. Braden Corson with a good tackle there, running it down.
Ashton Papadelis now into the game on Pierogi's left. He fields the snap. Dancing and throwing down the middle of Roscoe. Best pass play of the night. 1st down, Brother Rice.
Jack Davis made the tackle over Catholic Central.
Coming into this game, Brother Rice knew Catholic Central would be running cover 3. That's 3 deep defenders. On 3 deep defenders, the seams are going to be open. Max Orozco does a great job of finding the open area and catching the ball and keeping these chains moving. That's huge. They're trying to get a good drive here for the end of the half.
Keep an eye on that. 4 minutes to go here in the half. Rice has used a couple of timeouts. He keeps, runs, and he's tackled in the open field by that guy again, Brady Blakita.
Hey, this is never an easy play for a defensive player. You have to keep your eyes on the hips. You have a really good athlete, Blake Pierogi, in open space, and he comes up and ankle grabs him and gets him down for a loss. Big play by Brady Blakita. We're going to say his name a lot tonight, and he's been the X factor in this game so far.
Marogi. Henry Garrity, his first catch of the night. And it'll be third down, a little bit shorter for Brother Rice here, guys, coming up on the stretch run of the first half.
Grant, what are you doing here on third and about mid-range? Obviously need the points. Don't want to make a big mistake.
I'll tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to throw the comeback like we just had, right? We got to be in the red zone. We got to be smart with the ball. I'm going to keep trying to find these crossers, these sit routes. They are in cover 3. The seams are open in cover 3. I'm going to work the plays that I know are going to be there. Look for Brother Rice to try to make something happen here. An empty set. Nolan split out to the left slot.
Marogi on third down. Stepping up in the pocket. He throws to Garrity. Henry Garrity, big play. Tiptoeing the sidelines. It's a Brother Rice touchdown. We were wondering and waiting when Henry Garrity would show up. Grant Perry, Henry Garrity has showed up.
He has showed up. This is the duo right here. That's Blake Marogi's security blanket, number 88. He's the big playmaker in that passing game. And Blake Marogi does a good job there on that pass play, just finding the open area and avoiding the sack. Get in here, Garrity.
Extra point up and good for Brother Rice. Everybody think this is a Catholic Central Brother Rice game? Yeah, it is. Haymaker, big play after big play. Henry Garrity loving it. Already a 6th touchdown of the year. Brother Rice and Catholic Central locked in a battle of wits. And now, a message from the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. This special presentation of high school football on Bally Sports Detroit, presented by the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Back in 2018, our own Matt Shepard sat down with Michigan coaching legends Al Fracassa, Tom Mack, John Harrington, and Greg Carter. Brother Rice's Al Fracassa and Detroit Catholic Central's Tom Mack shared with us what they felt contributed to their longevity and their impact as head football coaches.
I really loved what I was doing. And if you don't love what you're doing, I don't know if you're going to be a success or not. But usually kids respond if you show them the love for the game.
If you can teach somebody how to be successful and also teach them to love themselves and have confidence in themselves, you set them off in the right path. And, you like doing that, and it's more than just a game. It's a great experience that we're involved in, and you got a great opportunity to help people.
Guys, we're blessed in this booth. We all played under one of these gentlemen. It's hard to argue that there's a pair of better high school football coaches in America. What did you guys learn from these coaches? Justin, let's start with you and Coach Mack.
Tom Mack is just instilled exactly what he said, the confidence, the belief, and the work ethic. And understanding you do things the right way with integrity and value, it's going to take you far in life.
Right, and Coach Fracassa just grew up young men. They wanted the young men to be leaders on the field, but also leaders later in life, to be good husbands, good friends, and just good people in the community.
Friendly reminder for you, Justin's going to have a conversation with Al Fracassa and Tom Mack at halftime. You will not want to miss that.
I'll tell you a quick story. Al Fracassa, I had a college come in my senior year and said, several colleges said, this coach over at Brother Rice keeps saying your name and sending them over to you. That just shows the love and respect between the two schools and how great these two men truly are.
Chance for a return for Evan Hager. Turf Monster got him as he crossed the 30-yard line. Guys, quickly, just to finish that point, you talked about what Coach Mack and Coach Fracassa meant to you. No offense to you both. You played a lot more on the football field than I did, but what I took away from my experience at Catholic Central at Coach Mack is you put in the work every single day, you are going to get an output in your life. And Coach Fracassa preached the same thing. There's a reason why, whether you played every single snap or you never played a snap, under both of those men, they have turned out so many outstanding young men who have turned into outstanding members of our greater community. Give Hager Couple of yards on first down for Catholic Central. Skylar Hunter, number 3, is back in at quarterback for CC.
And I feel that's a conservative move a little bit. You might hold on to the ball. We know we have a close game. We don't want to give up any easy points before half. See what Catholic Central does on offense.
Remember as well, guys, Brother Rice will get the ball to start the second half. Hunter going to throw. Eluding pressure. Down the field he throws. Jump ball, it's caught. Connor Davey, third catch of the night.
Skylar Hunter's just going to roll out to the right here. Makes a risky throw, but he throws it up for an opportunity to number 18, Connor Davey, knowing his receiver is going to be 6'3" and a little bit above the defensive backs there. Good catch, good throw. CC's moving the ball.
Have not used a timeout yet. Hunter eluding pressure again. This is what he does. Out of bounds, shy of the 35.
And Skylar Hunter can throw the ball, don't get me wrong. He just hasn't a lot this year. And I think there's a little bit of an oop-de-oop here from Kevin Glenn, offensive coordinator for Detroit Catholic Central, 16 years in the CFL, the Poors guy. Bring him in, get the mindset from Brother Rice that you're going to get run quarterback, Evan Hager, and you're starting to put the ball in the air. Very interesting move, chess move.
Chance for Hunter to throw again. Caught by Davey again. Out of bounds. Catholic Central first down again.
Hunter's pass complete to Connor Davey. 31, Brennan Perrin made the tackle.
You have all 3 timeouts, so running the football is not out of the question. And you're starting to get Brother Rice thinking pass, a little bit on the heels. You really got an open playbook here, don't you, Grant and Evan?
Yeah, absolutely.
On Hunter's left. Skylar wants to throw. He's got all the time to do it. Looking for Davey. This time it's incomplete.
Skylar Hunter wish he had that one back. The receiver had a step on the defensive backs. He just underthrew it, gave it a jump ball situation. You see him roll out here. He knows exactly where he's going. He's staring it down, but he has a step. He just has to get some air under that ball and give the receiver a chance to run underneath it.
This is the first extended time for Skylar Hunter in the game tonight. It's been more Bo Jackson for the Shamrocks. Hunter evading pressure. Now he throws low. Incomplete. Trying to get Davey again.
Hunter's pass intended for Davey, incomplete.
Third down and long, like maybe try and go back to the screen. I know the rocket screen or jailbreak didn't work out so well with big Eric Daughtry intercepting it. Or do you just get yourself in a field goal position so you can get some points?
Right. You got time. You got 22 seconds. You got 3 timeouts. I could see them trying to run the ball here, maybe improve their field goal position, or try to take a shot here. You can't turn it over here in the red zone if you're CC.
This would be a 46-yard field goal from this spot. Hunter throws, picked off. It's Ben Eck with room. Ben Eck with the interception, his second this year, and the Warriors still will have a crack in the first half.
Good job here by Ben Eck, number 1. Does a good job of sitting on that out route. That out route is not there. The young quarterback, Skylar Hunter, thinks it is, but Ben Eck says, hey, Brady Blakita, I can make a big play too. Huge stop for Rice right there. Let's see what they do with 12 seconds left.
Grant, what do you think they will do with only that one timeout left?
You got to be smart here. You can't afford another pick six. You can't afford a turnover. I'd maybe run out the clock. Maybe just do something. Maybe put the ball in Nolan Ray's hand. He's an explosive player. He can make a halfback dive, go for 60, 40, 50 yards. Let's see.
And remember as well, Brother Rice will get the ball to start the second half.
Got to keep that in mind. Don't make a mistake here and lose a little bit more points that you're already down from. You got to just be smart here. I hand it off to Nolan Ray. Looks like Vegas Say, number 6, the sophomore running back, is entering the game. We'll see if they give him a handoff.
There's a flag as well in the interception, so Brother Rice has it inside their 30, and they're going to play conservative here.
I think that's smart to do. You got really away with the one when you could have went up here in the second quarter. We had a big swing of events, and now you're back in the game, 14-10 tight game. Take it to halftime, make some adjustments, and see what the second half produces.
Yeah, first half's not over. Yeah, we got another flag here.
Legal formation on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Brother Rice. 5-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage.
Well, in case you're just flipping on this football game, congratulations. You've walked into another good Catholic Central Brother Rice game. Brady Blakita has a 99-yard pick six, had a touchdown reception on 3rd down and 30, and Henry Garrity has scored for Brother Rice. To halftime we go. In game number 67 between two of the finer high school football programs in the Midwest. Brother Rice has lost 7 straight to Dan Anderson's Catholic Central Shamrocks, and this is still a dogfight after 24 minutes of football. Blake Morogi did throw that pick six, but he ended the half strong, throwing a touchdown to Henry Garrity. Bunch of white and blue-clad Catholic Central Shamrocks preparing for one of the bigger second halves of any football season. As they walk off the field, we're preparing to hear from Dan Anderson, the head coach for Catholic Central. 6th year, going for his 40th all-time win tonight. Let's kick it down to Dan Anderson and Natalie Kerwin.
Yeah, thanks, Evan. Coach Anderson, what a first half for Brady Blakita. Did you think he would take that pick six all the way to the house?
I didn't. That was amazing. I mean, the blocks that we set up and how he set up the blocks and weaved in and out through it, it was an amazing return. You know, I haven't seen anything like that in a long time.
Rice kind of gets the momentum here to close out this first half with the touchdown and the interception, but you guys are still up. How are you going to ensure you hold them off this second half?
We just got to do what we do. We got to play this, we said it all week. We have to play 48 minutes, got to play full game, and that's what we got to do. We got to come out the second half and play some good defense to start, and then when we get the ball, hopefully we can move the ball down the field.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Evan?
All right, Natalie, that man will crack a smile once this football game is over. For the next 24 minutes and about 2 hours of real time, this is war. Highlights all over the place. Pick sixes one way. Touchdowns for Brother Rice the other way. Halftime. And what's brewing to be a classic.
Football Fridays on Bally Sports is brought to you by the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first. And by Legacy Football, the #1 development program in Michigan. Well, it's halftime in Detroit between Brother Rice and Catholic Central. Southfield's close to Detroit, so right. At Blue Devil Stadium, 14-10 is your score at the half. Welcome inside our high school football headquarters. I'm Lauren Plant from State Champs, joined by my partner tonight, Justin Rose. Justin, we have a jam-packed slate coming up for tonight's overtime show. So many great games.
So many great games, lots to get to all over the state. It's Football Fridays, it's overtime, and it's powered by State Champs. It gets started immediately following this great Rice CC game, and we'll have games from literally every corner of Michigan tonight. So let's check in on 2 of those best matchups. Let's head out to number 7 in the State Champs ranking, Caledonia. Well, they were on the road at 19th ranked Granville in a huge game on the west side. Granville down 28-8. But quarterback Carson Smith made it 28-22 with that 11-yard score going into halftime. Unfortunately, the Fighting Scots, they took it back over, 43-28 going into the fourth.
All right, in Metro Detroit, maybe no game bigger than Brother Rice CC. How about #1 West Bloomfield hosting #5 Adams? Highlanders beat West Bloom twice last season. Game was tied at 7. But Parker Pico hooked up with Brady pre-scoring. That was a 37-yard score. Adams leads it 21-10 at the half.
Highlights from plenty more ranked teams on tonight's show. Also in the OK Red, number 15 Rockford with a big game at East Kentwood. Number 10 Walled Lake Western hosting Milford in Metro Detroit's western suburbs. Closer game than expected there, Lauren. Chippewa Valley hosting the rivals from about 3.5 miles away, Macomb, Dakota. Battle of 14 and number 6. Another good one there as well.
We're looking forward to all the highlights from those games. Plus, we've got Jackson seeking revenge from a year ago, traveling to Pinckney, and they're leading right now, 18-7. 4-0 Mason versus 3-1 Hazlitt. Mason with the 21-13 lead in the third. The rivalry in the Blue Water area between 3-1 Port Huron and Port Huron Northern. They are undefeated and they're leading 14-7. Plus, we're going to go up north to the UP. The Eskimos of Escanaba hitting the road to the Wisconsin border to take on the Kingsford Flivers. And the Flivers are flaying the Eskimos. Highlights from all of those on the OT.
Oh, the Flivers. Coming up shortly, our Justin Cessante will sit down with the two men that made the Brother Rice CC rivalry for decades. We'll hear it from the great Tom Mack and Al Fracassa when halftime rolls on. You're watching Football Fridays on Bally Sports Detroit. Football Fridays on Bally Sports is brought to you by Figer Law. Nobody knows the law like we do. Figer Law. And by the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first. Well, if you want to see a little bit of a pep rally, how about some pumpkin smashing to get through the end of September and into October on a rivalry weekend? And nothing will get you, ready for some of those pumpkin spice lattes. Like a 100-yard Brady Blakita pick 6 to the house. Good close one. We'll be back.
You're going to want to join us every week, but especially next week when our Football Fridays coverage continues. A battle of two top-ranked teams, number 11 Davison and number 10 Walled Lake Western. Join Johnny Kane, Rob Rubik, and Natalie Kerwin with the call live from Walled Lake Western. Tune in Friday, September 30th at 7:30 p.m. on Bally Sports Detroit Extra and the Bally Sports app. Then, of course, join us later for the OT.
Friday football on Bally Sports Detroit continues. Coming up next, though, we're going back out to Lawrence Tech University. Justin Cessante sits down with two of the legends who made this Rice CC rivalry what it is. That's next.
Halftime at Lawrence Tech, Catholic Central and Brother Rice locked in another close duel at halftime. The two men that built this rivalry over 4 decades, Al Fracassa for Brother Rice and Tom Mack for Detroit Catholic Central. Two of the finer high school football coaches you'll find in America. It's such a treat to hear them talk with Justin Cessante. Justin, take it away, my friend.
There's so much respect there. It's a pleasure to be here with two legendary men and high school football coaches, not only in the state of Michigan, but the country. Over 750 wins, 19 state championships, but the impact they've had on young men across the state of Michigan. I went to Brother Rice and CC. Coach Mack, Coach Fracassa, it's an honor. How are you?
We're doing great.
Thank you. Well, what a great atmosphere tonight. What an environment. We're having it looks like another classic that'll come down to the last seconds. But tell me, over the years that you guys had this fierce rivalry, 4 decades, you have a tremendous amount of respect and love for each other. Tell me how that friendship developed and how that makes you feel today.
Well, I would say that when you're younger, you don't want to get too close to the guy you got to beat. But then as you get older, you understand the guy that you're going to get beat, and I think you got more respect for each other. And I think that's what kind of happened with us, and Al Fracassa was the man on the scene that when I got into coaching, he was the coach to be like. And I looked at his program and him as a man, and I said, that's the kind of man I want to be like. I want to run a program like that. And so it wasn't very hard to not like him, because he was great with his kids and he was great with his program. So, and I wanted to be like that. So
Coach Fracassa, you guys started your rivalry in 1976, first time you competed against Coach Mack as a head coach at Catholic Central. How has that friendship impacted you over your life and your coaching career?
I'll tell you what, he and I are good friends, and he's the only coach that I went to before the game and wished him luck, and he wished me luck. I think that's pretty unique, don't you?
I do.
And he's a respectful person. I know his wife, and I heard him speak many, many times. Not to hear him speak, but if he had something to say about some of the things he did, I kind of, got to me, and I went and tried to see if I can overcoach him and make correction. But Tom and I have worked together in other places, and we respect each other, and he's the only coach I'm proud to say that I was wishing him luck before the game, and we hugged after the game.
Yeah.
That's the kind of man he is.
And I got to watch that over 2 decades myself, playing and coaching with you, Coach Mack, and it was tremendous. It really sets an example. Let's talk about that example. I think bigger than football is you have impacted thousands of young men and future leaders of America over your career. Tell me about that journey and how special it is, that impact you had outside of football on young men, and how that's impacted your life.
Okay. Well, I would say that the philosophies of our program are the things that I think stick with the young men that we coach. When you say what the mind can conceive, the body can achieve. And we would say the WHAM always never loses yardage. And we would say, you got to get it done, and you got to believe in yourself. The magic is in believing. And, when you say those things, in my own life, I had to use those kind of sayings to become the best man that I could become. And so I wanted the young men that I coached to become the best men they could become, as well as coach football and do a good job with that aspect of it. I think Al and I were both men that believe in God and believe in sharing ourselves with people and believe sharing our philosophies of life with the kids. And I think that we were both successful, and that's why we like each other, because we like the same qualities that each one of us have.
1976 was his first year, right?
Yes, sir.
And they kicked a field goal against us, and it was a 3-point difference. And it took me 26 years, or maybe a little bit longer, to repay him. His field goal was about 50 yards, and my kid that kicked the field goal was 55 yards. So I brag about that all the time, because my kid kicked further than his.
Well, in this storied rivalry, what is your most memorable moment? And we'll start with you, Coach Fracassa. What's your most memorable moment of the game? So the one moment that sticks out between the great games you've played against each other.
I think that maybe in all the years we've played against each other, I think half and half. He's won half of the games, and I won half of the games. But the thing that I remember the most is I got even with him 27 years later, and it was the last seconds of the game, which my kid kicked a 55-yard field goal. So, and every game when we got through, I gave him a hug, and he gave me a hug. Yeah. This man is a wonderful man, and he believes in God, and I thought he was going to be a priest. And he told me one time, and now he's a normal guy like me. The only difference is he's 75 and I'm going to be 90.
Both young men. Coach Mack, your most memorable moment of the Brother Rice CC rivalry?
Well, there's been so many of them, and you talk about 41 years of playing Al Fracassa. I told him once at when he was retirement party, and if I knew I had to play him that many times, I'm not sure I would have taken the job. But I'll say the one moment that stands out the most for me is the moment that I think was the very first game that we ever played in the Boys Bowl. And I was a young coach. And I have never, ever been in that atmosphere before. That he was coming in as Al Fracassa in a great school, a great coach and a great team. And, you know, we ended up winning that game, and I think that really became an emphasis for our program. You know, there was a point where we started saying, well, you know, we can do this, you know. And that's what I really wanted to emphasize to our kids, is that we just ended up beating a great football team that has a great coach, and now you just have to learn how to believe in yourself. And in your life, you're going to end up doing that constantly, trying to believe in yourself and believe in the men that you're working with.
I was going to tell you, Tom used to speak at football clinics, and I was in the front row, and I always listened to what he had to say, and it was about kids, about God, about being respectful and caring for the kids. That's why I like listening to him. I said, hey, this guy, he's going to be hard to beat.
Well, on behalf of thousands of Catholic Central and Brother Rice alumni, and Coach Mack to me, Coach Fracassa to you, thank you. You guys have been a blessing in so many people's lives, and your traditions and your sayings and your ethic that you put into us carries on to make us great fathers, husbands, friends, and brothers. And we thank you, and thank you on behalf of all of those men.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having us. I just want to tell this guy it's a blessing to have our relationship turn out the way it did. When I was young, I never thought it would, because I was under so much pressure to beat this guy. But then as we learned to like each other, it was great playing each other.
My statistician told me that when we played against each other, it came to about half and half. He won half of the games, and then I did too. And it's only that sometimes he put a little bit more touchdowns against me, and I told him to see him up. But he's a great, great man, and I'm so proud to be his friend.
Well, God bless you both. Thank you so much. From Catholic Central, Brother Rice Rivalry, we're signing out with two legends, two great men, and it's going to be a great finish to this game. Keep watching here on Bally Sports Detroit.
Yeah, Justin, that's absolutely right. Dan Anderson coached under Tom Mack for a long time. So did Adam Korzeneski. And I'm here to tell you that anyone who had the privilege and the pleasure to play football for either of those men has been affected for the rest of their lives. As a wise man once told me, if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, anything can happen. And the magic truly is in believing. Off we go in the second half. Brother Rice gets a chance to return. It's Max Orozco up the middle. The ball may have come out. He was down. They rule him down. That is a powerful hit on special teams. And Grant, a hit that we all are too familiar in this rivalry game between Brother Rice and Catholic Central.
Right, that is a great hit there. Your hit's not going to be the last one you're going to see either here tonight, as these two teams are battling it out. Close score. It's going to be a highly contested game right now. Great hit by CC. Brother Rice's guy was called down, so they'll get the chance here to start and try to make something of this drive.
You got to give love to some guys on the special teams. Andrew Kitchen, number 15, with a big blow. Orozco coming off the field. Brother Rice brings the offense back on the field. Blake Marogi is thrown for a touchdown and an interception tonight. In motion, they give it to Ben Eck. His first offensive touch of the game. And he's met by Braden Corser with a big stick.
Not too often you see those receivers laying the wood like that. He lowered his shoulder and tried to get as many yards as possible. Brother Rice has come back to the sweep here, trying to get on the perimeter. That run makes the defense have to go move laterally. Good play there, switching it up.
What do you think their offensive game plan should be here second half, Grant?
Second half, I'd stick with Nolan Ray. Make good throws with Blake Marogi. Just really find your zone, find your rhythm here, and keep driving the ball.
Ellis the back with Marogi. Second down 9. Marogi evacuating the pocket. Throwing downfield, and the pass is caught. Orozco tightrope in the sidelines for a first down.
Brady Blakita.
Blake's waiting for his guy to come open here. He steps up, rolls out of the pocket. They're in a cover 3 look. This curl flat's going to be kind of occupied. He makes a risky throw, but Max Orozco does a good job coming back to the ball and securing that catch, getting 2 feet in bounds. First down, Brother Rice. Let's see what they do here.
First year for Max Orozco on the varsity. Also plays on the outstanding baseball team at Brother Rice. He's a middle infielder. Rogi to throw again. Now he'll tuck and run. It is tough to get away from Braden Corser.
Rogi kept it himself. Braden Corser ran him out of bounds.
Braden Corser, Catholic Central's leading tackler this year, 40 entering tonight. You know, Justin, you don't find many linebackers who can run a 4.6 40. Braden can run a 4.6 40. Morogi will go empty in the gun here. Second down long for Brother Rice. Quick throw into Nolan Ray's hands. Out of bounds, barely gained anything. And now an interesting call here on both sides, Justin. Going to be third down and long for Brother Rice.
Yeah, and I'm going to still look at those mismatches. And when I say mismatch, number 88, Henry Garrity, is a problem in the seam for the shorter linebackers at Catholic Central. And then you got Nolan Ray coming out of the backfield in that cover 3. So you're going to have to banjo him, or basically the linebacker takes the back to his side. And, he's a big running back that can move. So I would anticipate them to go back to one of those plays. And Blake Morogi's been throwing dimes.
They need to throw one here. Third down 8. Morogi lobs, throws, great throw, better catch. Andrew Kolka climbing the ladder for a Brother Rice first down.
Number 12, Brady Blakita made the stop.
Blake Morogi does a good job, throws a nice tight ball, puts it right over the defensive back's head. Brady Blakita, Andrew Kolka comes down with the catch. Huge play right there, huge conversion on third and long. First and 10 here on the 35. Let's see what's going to happen here for Brother Rice.
That Kolka last name familiar to Brother Rice fans. Andrew's brother Connor used to be the kicker. Morogi the pump. The throw, downfield, jump ball, Garrity. Couldn't keep his feet out.
And Evan and Grant, that's a better job of the defensive back getting in phase, which means you want to get in the hip pocket of the wide receiver and use that sideline as the 12th man. You saw Brady Blakita didn't do that, got his eyes back in man-to-man defense too quick, and obviously got over his head for a big play. That one, Jack Davis and crew, Evan Hager did a better job of squeezing him out of bounds.
Nolan Ray back on the field with Morogi. His belly, running right with a crease and a good gain. Going to be third down and shorter for the Warriors.
It's a good play right there. Just spreading the defense out, right? Making the defense tackle in space. When you've got an explosive back like Nolan Ray, you want to get him a good matchup, right? Get him in space. Let him make the moves. Good play right there to make it a third and manageable.
And you force the D tackles to have to run sideline to sideline now, guys that usually and typically aren't doing that. And you saw that they couldn't quite catch Nolan Ray on that play, and they're in a third and short.
Ball spotted at the 28-yard line.
Grant, what would you call here?
You got to be smart here, right? We've been down here before. We made some mistakes. I'm going to keep it short passes here. I let them put the ball in the receiver's hand and let them turn upfield and make the play.
Pistol look on third down 4.
Dead ball. The game. On number 2, 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
So now, Grant, unforced error makes it third down and longer. You changing the play call at all?
You know, I'm still going to keep it within my realm, right? You know, you got plays for third and long. I'd keep it short, but let the players make plays, right? You don't got to force a ball downfield. You got good athletes in Henry Garrity and Nolan Ray and Max Orozco, number 17. Put the ball in their hands. Give Blake a good read here and just let them make the play.
Both teams have been making plays all night. Here's another shot for one. Rogie on third down. Middle screen caught. That is Nolan Shannon fighting his way awfully close to the first down. It is going to be fourth down short. What in the world is the decision here?
I mean, typically you're saying this is 4-down territory, but you have a 4-star kicker in Party. So, you know, I think you take the points in the big game, but also there's that championship mentality, Grant. You're fourth and short. If you want to be that championship team, you take this opportunity to shove it down the opponent's throat.
Right. This is the battle of the trenches here. You're going to see these teams trying to go for it on fourth and short. They're going to say, hey, we got the better O-line or we got the better defensive line. Look for Brother Rice here to get these 2 yards and keep this drive going.
Tried the hard count. Catholic Central didn't bite. And Brother Rice calls its first time out of the second half. Grant Perry, I'm going to give you a dangerous power. You are now Brother Rice's offensive coordinator. Is there anyone you give the ball to here than a running back in this spot?
You got to be careful, right? That look we just saw, Catholic Central came out in a cover 1, cover 0 type look, and they're shading Jack Davis, the safety, over top of Henry Garrity, right? They understand Henry Garrity is the big mismatch here, so they're aware. They've watched the film. You got to be smart here. If it's man coverage, you're going to want to run some routes that cross or quick hitters. They almost had a touchdown earlier in the game to Nolan Ray out of the backfield in first man coverage. Look, they try to get back to some of that. Looks like they're going to run their offense back on the field too here.
I like a hard play action and just dump it, little tight end dump to Henry Garrity, right? You throw up a jump ball, just get the ball high as a quarterback. And like we said, if you're going to get back to championship football, it's short yardage, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. You know, try to just get it done. That's what you're getting with the I left formation here.
An old school look. Give Ray. First down, Nolan Ray. Brother Rice keeps the drive alive.
This is reminiscent of Catholic Central Rice football all the way up probably to 2009. Getting a lot of I right, I left. You just get a blast. Basically, you're getting the end kicked out by the lead back. You see a good spin move in space to get some extra yards. And again, that championship mentality, getting that short yardage run.
Little stick with the power look. Pitch, Ray. Running all right, or not very much.
Number 5, Nolan Ray was the ball carrier. Braden Corser made the tackle for Catholic Central.
Braden Corser, just you watch my linebacker, obviously that's a position that I pay attention to a whole lot, but you just see him work through blocks. He never stays engaged. He works half bodies, but he gets himself in a position and then gets flat to make that big tackle on Nolan Ray.
Hauser and Corser, 37 and 38 in Valiant Blue and Peerless White, the two leading tacklers all year. They're living up to the billing tonight. But Ellis left side. Ashton cuts it up. Spins away from Corser. Third down for Brother Rice.
Catch Ellis on the carry. Cameron Lloyd made the tackle.
All right, Grant, let's do it again. What are you calling here? Third down, Brother Rice.
Third down and short. Obviously, the CC's defense is expecting to look to Henry Garrity. I try to mix it up. I try to get Max Orozco, number 17, involved. He showed some sure hands today so far. You know, mix it up. Go against the grain here. Cashin Papadelis in that running back. Let's see what happens.
This drive has nearly taken up half the quarter. Papadelis on cue. Slipped as he tried to cut. A loss and a fourth down for Brother Rice.
Dallas on the carry for Brother Rice. Corso tripped him up.
Yeah, Braden Corso here. Good job scraping over the tackle. Usually that tackle is going to seal you, especially as a backside linebacker. Scrapes over, gets back in on the play. We've been talking about him, how he can get downhill and run side to sideline. That's not usually typical for a high school football player linebacker.
Owen Party has not missed a field goal all year. Still hasn't. It's 5 for 5. So for the second time today, Brother Rice drives deep into Catholic Central territory but has to settle for a field goal. Good news for Brother Rice, that drive took over half of the third quarter. Bad news, they're still trailing, and Catholic Central's about to get the ball back.
Welcome back in to Lawrence Tech. You may have saw Al Fracassa and Tom Mack get interviewed at halftime. Well, current Brother Rice head coach Adam Korzaneski spent 4 years as Fracassa's defensive coordinator from 2010 to 2013. Obviously, those two got to know each other quite well and established a great relationship as together they took Brother Rice to the state championship and won 3 times with Coach Korzaneski in that role. That third time being back in 2013. Well, after that last title, Coach K took some time off. Now he's back at Rice in that head coaching role, and he's attempting to put a state championship team back together, aiming to continue the success of his predecessors. Guys?
Yeah, Nat, that's absolutely right. Al Fracassa, as you heard the outstanding interview done by Justin Cessante at halftime. When you get the time, make sure to go check it out on the Bally Sports Detroit Twitter page. The effect that Al Fracassa has had, and Tom Mack for Catholic Central, on so many individuals, whether it be an assistant coach, someone who played for them, is really quite staggering. Grant, you were a living testament to that. What's something that Coach Fracassa taught you that you still think about every day?
We always had slogans every year, right? The team mottos. One of them was just never give up. I think that really just shined through, and then the year we went undefeated, it was just never give up. Yes, we had some tough games, but we just never gave up, and we succeeded at the end.
Pop-up kick. Brother Rice plays it into space. Brady Blakita is still not down. The magician at work again. Brady Blakita turns nothing into something again for Catholic Central.
Blakita on the return. Made the tackle.
Well, you just heard from Grant Perry, one of the members of our broadcast crew tonight. We're about to make Grant feel good. Let's watch a few Grant Perry highlights, shall we? How did you do that? Is that the gloves or just skill? A little one-handed touchdown? And then off to the University of Michigan. Shocker, he scored another touchdown. We'll talk for him, it's fine. Flag flies on the play. Hager was plowed ahead for Catholic Central. We'll check this flag.
What are you at?
Evan Hager was ball carrier.
Another carry for Evan Hager, who has pleaded his case in there.
Stop. Flag on play.
Evans, a future outfielder for the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Personal foul. Face mask on the defense. 15-yard penalty. Results in the first down.
Both these teams famous for being disciplined. That is an unforced error that's going to drive the Brother Rice coaching staff crazy.
Automatic.
Yeah, 56 here, right here, we're highlighting them. Getting through here. Just got the face mask, staying up a little bit high.
Right back to the ground with Evan Hager. Boston tackles and finding the secondary. Tripped up just shy of the goal line. Eck makes the touchdown saving tackle. Catholic Central back in business.
Number 1, Van Eck made the stop.
They're running here on Cal Rogowski's side here, left tackle, Ben Azuka. You know, we've been seeing the momentum pick up here from Evan Hager, and he sticks his foot and goes, gets back to the left side. Great job by Ben Eck. You know, nothing's given here in these games, and the goal line stand is now an opportunity because of his effort.
Evan just short of his 7th touchdown of the year. Third different quarterback for Catholic Central today. They give to Evan Hager, who is short of the goal line.
Number 2, Evan Hager on the carry.
That was Jaden Pyden, the sophomore, who just took the last snap.
Yeah, and they'll bring him in a lot of a wildcat package, which is basically a running back. Even though they have a running quarterback, a running back that's a little bigger and can get your power package, get behind those big butts on the offensive line and get downhill.
Pyden stretching for the goal line. 3rd down.
And this is absolutely a 4-down situation. Rice did it to CC here, getting some short 4-yard and 1, and they're going to come back. This is championship football at its finest. Goal line, Brother Rice CC on a Friday night.
QB sneak Pyden amidst the rugby scrum.
21 Pyden on the keeper.
There you go. Touchdown Catholic Central.
Touchdown Catholic Central.
It may not have been tight T36 wham, but that is a play that makes Tom Mack smile.
Matigian on to attempt the extra point.
Jake Madigan on to tack on his 3rd extra point of the night. And Catholic Central has its largest lead of the night. The sophomore Jaden Pyden. He's already scored 3 times this year. Sometimes you just got to follow the big boys and get a little push. Is this football or rugby? Catholic Central stretches the lead. Make sure to stay with us after this Catholic Central Brother Rice game wraps up. Justin Rose and Lauren Flint of State Champs will recap all of tonight's Michigan high school football action from around our great state, along with post-game reactions from right here at Lawrence Tech. That's coming up on Football Fridays Overtime, powered by State Champs. Bally Sports Detroit Football Fridays, brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Got to keep an eye on Rochester Adams in action tonight. Check out that up after the ball game. Catholic Central's drive results in a touchdown. 3 rushes, 41 yards just on the drive for CC. Good mix of pass and run. Justin, you know well, Dan Anderson, when he took over the program, yes, there are still elements of that power run game famous under Tam Mack. But the offense has been revolutionized, and you've seen it over the last few years. Declan Bile ran this offense to great precision the last couple of years. Bo Jackson and Skylar Hunter growing into their own at the quarterback spot this year.
Yeah, and I think it took a couple years of transition to figure out who they want to be in their identity. New pieces to the staff. We mentioned Kevin Glenn. And a new offensive line coach, Ryan Bell. And I think it finally looks like they're clicking. They've been putting up some major points this season, and they're always going to play stout defense and want to really go to their core values of running the football and playing championship caliber defense. Coach Anderson, being a former defensive coordinator, that's just his mindset.
Spent some time as the JV coach. Been on the varsity staff for a very long time as the defensive coordinator and now the head coach. Once upon a time, he was the dean of students. I'm still kind of scared of him.
Roscoe goes back for Brother Rice.
I think on both sides of the ball, both sides of the field, you have 2 great men that stepped in to fill some pretty big shoes, but they have the same demeanor and approach and values in life, and that's important.
Roscoe on the return for Brother Rice. Once again, Catholic Central's kickoff unit doing an excellent job stopping him right around the 20. You know, granted, it's been a Jekyll and Hyde night for this Brother Rice offense. Yeah, there's been some good, but yeah, there's been some frustrating things. You zoom out, this is still a 1-possession game here. I keep asking you this same question. I suppose I'm asking again. What's the mindset here on this drive?
Mindset is don't get too high in your highs and don't get too low in your lows. Yes, you're down 8 points right now, but Brother Rice has been here. They've faced adversity. They went into a shootout last week with De La Salle in the second half. Look for them to try to make a strike here, make something to get the momentum back on their side.
They'll bring Nolan Ray back in. He's behind Morogi. A lot of misdirection in the hands of Ben Eck. Shamrock's ready for it. In the middle, guess who? Corser again.
84, Kyle Roberts on the stop.
That is not an easy play for a linebacker. You get the action from the Division I running back going to the outside with that bunch that's tight, so they're trying to get an edge, and they come back with that jet inside, and he does a great job, Braden Corser, staying home and making the play.
Nolan Ray had some great runs in the first half for Brother Rice. Slowed a little bit here in the second. Rogie wants to throw. Now tucking and running. Into a Shamrock sandwich. 37, Corser was in there again.
37, Braden Corser made the tackle.
The crunch for Catholic Central. And now this is the last thing you want to see. Quarterback for Brother Rice, Blake Morogi, down on the field.
Yeah, you see him here in the pocket. He has a really good pocket. Offensive line doing a good job. Probably could have stuck in there a little earlier, and he gets sandwiched between Braden Corso and number 88, Josh Ross. And hopefully he gets back up and he's okay for the rest of the game. As fierce as this rivalry is, you don't ever want to see that. Both teams want each team to have their best players out there, so there's no excuses and there's no rhyme or reason. And we have a great respect for each other. And hopefully Blake Morogi's okay after a tremendous season this far.
God bless him. Blake's to his feet. That is one tough customer. Guy who played one of the better high school football games you'll ever see last week. Threw for 391 yards and 4 touchdowns against a De La Salle team that was widely considered the best in the state, regardless of division. So here comes the sophomore backup, Michael Seigan. This is his first ever snap on varsity. We'll have him throw. He's got the time. He's got the arm. And he's got a completion. Nope, at the very last second, Eck could not make the catch. Now we have an extremely late flag. It came after the incompletion was called.
The play was incomplete. After the play, got delayed game on number 5 defense. 5-yard penalty. So down.
Remember, the only automatic first downs in high school football is anything that starts with roughing. So this is not automatic first down, guys.
Michael Seigan here just tries to give an opportunity ball. They come out of the gate with the backup quarterback, and Benjamin Eck tries to do his best impression of the David Tyree helmet catch for the New York Giants. It just comes up a little short. 4th down here.
Very gutsy call by the offensive coordinator. Brand new quarterback in the game and just whips it. I know Mike Saigon from offseason. Big quarterback, athletic, young sophomore, can whip the ball, and he'll be the future of Brother Rice after Blake Morogi graduates.
Guys, what just happened could be a pivotal moment in a tight game late. Brother Rice, as they were getting the punt unit on the field, forced to burn their second timeout of this half already.
That's tough. You know, you need those timeouts late in the game here, especially when you're down. Those timeouts are going to be very crucial.
Adam Korzaneski knows that.
Not many penalties in the first half, and now we're seeing the flag fly here quite a bit.
Griffin Party on the punt. This is a pretty good one. Blakita lets it roll. And Brother Rice going to flip field position here. The Catholic Central football just over the 25. And now a message from the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers.
Returning AZ Plan lessees can order an F-150 today and lease it for $299 a month for 24 months. Only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first.
Bo Jackson and the Catholic Central Shamrocks coming back on the field. In a game that's had its fair share of big plays. 2:24 to go in the third. Give Hager. Cutting it up. Powering down just shy of the 35. Good gain on first for Catholic Central.
See Big Benny Azuka pulling there to the boundary, and Evan Hager actually pulls off, plants his foot, cuts upfield. Would like to see him actually follow him off, and he goes there limping off the field a little bit.
Guy who plays both ways. Also one of the starters at defensive back for the Shamrocks. Spencer Lyons in for him. He's in the gun with Jackson. They'll give it to Spencer. He's got the first down as he tumbles down right at the 40.
14, Spencer Lyons carrying the ball.
Justin, what's your mindset here? Be the Catholic Central offense calling those plays.
You got to keep your foot on the gas. There's no playing not to lose. You have to play to win. You have to stay within the framework of your scheme. And I think that they're starting to really get into rhythm with Bo Jackson. You're seeing Spencer Lyons get going a little bit here. I'd like to see them open up the playbook a little bit in their screen game. They've had some success over there. Rocket jailbreaks, basically taking the outside number one receiver. I think they got away from it from big Eric Daughtry making that interception. But I think they get back to that. And also what you see Kevin Glenn is attack the middle of the field with the cross. That's a big problem for linebackers, just picking up the drag routes and knocking them off their route. And you really get to sit down in space when you start getting that drag game, those cross routes going. So I'd like to see them put a little bit of foot on the gas here and go try to put another score while you have it. Give the ball back to Rice here. You don't know what's going to happen. It's only a matter of time before they punch back with a big haymaker.
That's the senior Christian Peters being helped to his feet. He's the starting left guard for Brother Rice. Also plays on the defensive line. 3.8 GPA. With a Brother Rice diploma and a 3.8 GPA, you have some colleges to choose from. You're going places with that.
First down, Catholic Central. Ball spotted at the roll.
First down for Catholic Central. Give it to the motioning man. And in this play a whole heck of a lot tonight. On the stretch give in the arms of Piden. Second down for Catholic Central. Jaden Piden was the man who scored on the quarterback sneak on the last drive.
28, Rodney Jacobs on the tackle.
Jaden's a good-looking sophomore. 3.9 GPA. Also a baseball player, outfield, right-handed pitcher. Hager back in the ball game in his mitts. And that play was read right from the snap. Swarming right to the football, making the play. Sam Klein setting up a third down and long for the Shamrocks.
Yeah, they're just running outside zone here. They're trying to get the linemen on these outside defenders. Sam Klein does a good job, number 33, of coming up and making that sure tackle. Evan's been breaking a lot of tackles today, number 2 for Catholic Central. So you got to get all the ball hawks right on them, and they do a good job swarming in there, making this a third and long.
Yeah, Brother Rice starting to do a really good job of containing the edge, and everybody 11 hats to the football, and they know how urgent this drive is for the game and the outcome of it.
We'll take this pivotal third down into the fourth quarter. I know this is a shocker. Catholic Central and Brother Rice is a one-score game going into the fourth quarter. The 67th all-time meeting between two of the finer high school football programs in the Midwest. Catholic Central has won 7 in a row over Brother Rice. Trying to make it 8. Trying to keep those demons alive for Brother Rice. Big 3rd down and 8 coming up right after this.
All right, boys, in the KLAA West Division tonight, 2 undefeateds, Northville and Brighton, under 30 ticks left. Northville looking to win the game on a late field goal, but Brighton senior Andrew Stewart starting the block party. Fit that young man with his cape and cowl. Brian Lemons and his Brighton Bulldogs take the Mustangs 17-14. More on the OT after the game.
All righty, Lauren, we're looking forward to that. The KLAA West, always a competitive division. Brighton off to the 4-0 start. Northville now 3-1. Novi Nibbit at their heels at 2-1. As we start the 4th quarter and another Catholic Central Brother Rice Classic. 3rd down long for the Shamrocks. And now Brother Rice, before 3rd down and 8, calls their last time out of the second half.
That's tough. You know, if this does pay off and they do get a stop here, maybe you look back and say, you know what, that was a good timeout. But Brother Rice, no timeouts here late in the 4th quarter. You got to rely on your offense to make your defense to make a play here. Hopefully you get your offense back on the field, go down and get a score. Be interesting to Yeah, and as you can see, Coach Korzaneski right here is livid. He's giving it to somebody right now. So they're going to learn right now that this is the crunch time. This is Brother Rice CC, man. You got to be on your P's and your Q's here. He wants to make sure they get the right defense in there for the 3rd down and long. They just saw something that CC came out in, and now they're going to get the right personnel in there and see what they can do.
You know, we're in the 50s tonight. The togas must be a tough one. A lot of nervous faces before a pivotal play to start the 4th quarter.
Look at Catholic Central in the slot here. It's uncovered.
Jackson's got the time, the pump, the deep shot. Nobody home.
I'll tell you saw Brady Blakita really uncovered or a far man off, and he went to the corner route. You would have really liked to see them break that off and kind of get an option route, and I know you don't get that so heavy, but the more experienced and well-coached teams in the state, you'll get guys running hot routes. You get the guy way back, he gives you some room to break that route off and sit down, and just simply didn't do that. Great job by Brother Rice getting over top with the safety and stopping that play and forcing a punt.
Kyle Ewing back in the field. Ben Eck, the returner for Brother Rice. He angles it away from the returner. And Catholic Central gets an outstanding roll. That's a 7-iron right near the cup. Down by Catholic Central inside the 15-yard line. Guys, we didn't get a chance because we were listening to the great Alfred Casa and Tom Mack regale us with stories. We didn't get a chance to go through stats. Let's go stats through 3 quarters. Grant, start with you. What's catching your eye on the screen right now?
What's catching my eyes here is CC's rushing yards. I think they have about 40, 50 more yards if they didn't have those 3 bad snaps. That has been playing a pivotal role in the game. Look for Brother Rice here to try to add on to their stats right now.
Yeah, for me, it's time of possession, almost 20 minutes for Brother Rice, but still down in possession. But they've been holding on the football and sustaining some good drives. Coach K said he wants big plays, though, in this game, and that's what they need right now.
Rogi throws, juggled, caught, could have been a disaster. Turns out to be a pretty darn good play. Sam Klein, the catch on the 1st down.
Good job by Brother Rice here. They understand they're getting off coverage right here. They're throwing a little rocket screen to Sam Klein. He does a good job catching the ball. Almost missed it. Dodges a couple tackles. That's a big play. You got to get out of your own red zone right now. You got to start moving the ball. Good first play. Positive play. Let's see what they keep doing here.
Sam Klein, known for his work in the defensive backfield. A couple of catches to his name tonight. Nolan Ray back in the field. First game of the year. He's missed the first couple due to injury. Play action to him. Rogie down the middle. Incomplete. Hoping for Garrity.
Nice pass intended for Henry Garrity. Incomplete.
Evan here, you'll see some scheme going on by Catholic Central, a little bit out of the screen, but you're getting a bracket here. Spencer Lyons and Jack Davis playing over Henry Garrity, but he still gets to the middle. Again, those linebackers from Catholic Central have been squeezing down a lot. They haven't been getting out too fast to the curl drop because they're expecting that sit-down crossing route from Henry Garrity, and they're doing a good job defending it.
Henry caught it 11 times for 225 yards last week. Does have a touchdown tonight. Middle screen, Ray. Got the block and made a man miss. Nolan Ray can do that to you. It's another first down for Brother Rice.
Blake Moroghi's back in the game, right? They want to get him some easy throws. Good throw here by Blake Moroghi. Running back screen, right? They're going to let the defense rush up. Gets Nolan Ray the ball in space, and he does the rest, making two guys miss, getting those extra yards. Crucial play right there, moving the chains.
The drive continues. The give to Ray, and he is brought down by Jovan Massey. That's a big old load right in the middle of the D-line, Justin.
JoJo Massey, I'll tell you what, he has great leverage, uses his quick hands, beats the block immediately, and gets one hand. You see the strength of JoJo right there, being able to stop that runner with one arm and getting him down, and that's a big tackle for loss.
Massey, a multi-year starter on the D-line for Catholic Central. He's been starting since his sophomore year. The swing to Ray. Running left. Gained about 4. Third down coming.
Just like I said, Evan, earlier, they want to get the ball to Nolan Ray in space. These are easy throws for Blake Moroghi. Nolan Ray seems to be a little slow getting up here. Hopefully he's okay.
Catholic Central was in a cover 1, which means they have one safety over top. Everybody else was man-to-man. That was a great play call by Rice because you are now watching your man's hips and you have to run with them, and those DBs were able to get off those stock blocks and make a good play. Again, hoping Nolan Ray's okay. He's coming off an injury, first game playing back this season.
Nolan's going to the next level to play for Maryland. Guy who ran for 1,100 yards and 14 touchdowns last year. Coaching staff, the teammates can't say enough good things about this senior.
Yeah, good swing pass here going towards the 3 side, meaning the 3 wide receivers. All good stalk blocks. Beckler Hauser gets off his block and makes the play. Doesn't seem anything real harmful.
And sometimes those non-contact injuries are the ones that are just the toughest to deal with.
Nolan been such a focal point of Brother Rice's offense tonight.
It's just so hard to see as a football guy. We all are. You want everybody to have their weapons in the fourth quarter at the end of this game. And it's been a great football game, great effort. And when you do get great effort, you get guys leaving it all out on the field. Things are going to happen. That's part of the football game. Hopefully this young man's okay and can get back in the game. And that's respect there. Braden Corser coming up. They've been battling all day, one-on-one matchups in space, and he comes up and taps him on the shoulder. And that's the respect we're talking about. That also makes this rivalry very unique and special.
That's the face of someone who has battled back for this game, for this moment. Someone who deserves all the praise that we can give to him. Catholic Central student section going to make noise before 3rd down and 6. Snap to Morogi. Rolling left away from the pressure. Got it caught, 1st down. Nolan Shannon. Drive continues. Brother Rice.
Morogi's pass bring to number 85, Nolan Shannon. 38 back from Hauser at the stop. Ball spotted at the Shamrock 31.
Yeah, we got a wide bunch up here at the bottom of the screen right here. You're going to get some pick routes. Almost what a pick route is really just a rub route to get DBs to run into each other. And great job looking at it, not there. Has a chance to run it, but takes the longer yardage and gets the 1st down. So number 85 there is making some plays there for Brother Rice. Nolan Shannon.
Now Cashton Papadella surging ahead with Nolan Ray out of the game. Remember, he missed the first 4 games of the year. Cashton Papadelis, who now is back 1B option. Well, he was option 1A much of the year, and he did run for a touchdown last week.
If you're Brother Rice, you can't let senior star player go. You can't let that defeat you. You got to lift everyone up. You got to step up to the challenge here. Late in the 4th quarter, down 8. You got to count on other players to make plays here. Cashton Papadelis is asked for a big task here.
Snap Morogi. Flipping the hips, throwing right, it's caught. Orozco tackled in the open field. Cameron Lloyd made the stop, but not before Brother Rice picks up another 1st down.
And that's just a good play, understanding what the defense is giving you, right? You got cover 3, you got soft outside coverage up by the cornerback, about 7 yards off. That's a free access throw, meaning he can just drop back, hitch, and hit his receiver in stride. Good play there. Way to get to the sticks and get that 1st down.
And good job of Blake looking off. He's always looking up. I mean, it's really impressing me about this young man. Not tons of experience, not a 4-year starter, but doing a really good job of moving those safeties with his eyes.
Give Papadelis. Running right. Lowering that right shoulder again. Physical play starting to pick up. Coming up on 5 minutes into the 4th.
Jack Davis made the stop for the Shamrocks.
And that's what you want out of your free safety right there, Jack Davis. A guy that's going to come up and punish the running back, whoever has the ball. He does a good job right there. They ran a 1-back power to the right, meaning there's a pulling guard coming from the left. Jack Davis reads the pulling guard and reacts in a fierce manner.
2nd down, 5. Morogi keeps. Morogi's got the 1st down. And Brother Rice, again, knocking on the Shamrock door.
Number 2, Blake Morogi on the keeper.
Yeah, you're starting to notice a trend here in the Brother Rice offense. You have the 2 big guards and tackles on the right side pulling. It's almost a false pull to get everybody to flow that way, and the quarterback keeps it back to the opposite weak side, and they get a big 1st down here to keep the chains moving. 1st and goal, Brother Rice.
And remember, guys, the Warriors are out of timeouts. This could be the money drive if they want to snap that skid against the Shamrocks. Morogi, the fade, corner of the end zone. Oh, it's caught! Kolka went up and got it for the Brother Rice touchdown.
Number 2, Blake Morogi to number 83, Andrew Kolka, Warrior score.
And now, guys, 1 week after Brother Rice went for 2 to beat De La Salle, they go for 2 here against Catholic Central to tie the game in the 4th quarter. Grant, what do you call it?
Well, with Nolan Ray out, I'm going to try to find a way to isolate either Max Orozco, Henry Garrity, or Nolan Shannon. I'm going to try to find one of my playmakers, try to get away. They're probably going to be in a cover 0, cover 1 look, meaning everyone's covering a man, right? No help over top. I'm trying to make something work here. Got about 3 yards to get. Very important play here.
Flags fly. Morogi throws incomplete.
Eagle formation. On the offense, that penalty is declined.
So Brother Rice gets the touchdown, but the Shamrock defense holds with a little help from a flag. 6:11 to go. Brother Rice, another big swing. Andrew Kolka. Oh, you bet he's climbing the ladder. Touchdown Warriors, they're not going away.
Huge game on the west side of the state. 7th-ranked Caledonia and 19th-ranked Granville. Mr. Football candidate, senior quarterback Mason McKenzie had himself a day. 3rd rushing touchdown of the night. That one's for 50-plus. Fighting Scots win a wild one, 50-40. Full highlights with Lauren and I coming up in the OT. But we got a wild finish over there as well, boys.
Justin Rose, we absolutely do. Thank you very much, my friend. The west side of Michigan wants us to always remember how good the football is on that side of the state. East Kentwood beat Brother Rice earlier this year. Justin, you and I on Football Fridays last year were at Rockford, Caledonia. I still kind of marvel at how good and how that environment was and how good that football game was.
Rockford University, and I actually played them in our state championship my senior year. Great tradition there. Mason McKenzie for Caledonia is just one of the best unheard quarterbacks. I mean, I don't understand why people are still not hearing it. He's only playing halves and has put up these tremendous numbers, and really a force to be reckoned with, dual threat quarterback, and you're going to see a lot out of the west side of the state trying to get back to Ford Field this year.
Brother Rice down by 2, kicking the ball away. Kolka caught a touchdown, but Brother Rice could not convert the 2. Tricky spot here, 6:11 to go. No timeouts left.
If there's ever a time to put in the end zone, it's right now.
One party's yet to do that tonight, Justin. He'll squib it here. The up man returns it for Catholic Central. He's met as he crosses the 35-yard line and down at the 37. Time for our Menards big money moments. You can pick a few in this ball game. The last one, Andrew Kolka. Jump ball, you bet. Touchdown, Brother Rice, and they've still got a puncher's chance. Kolka's made a couple of good catches tonight. That's his first touchdown of the year. First year as a starter on varsity, junior wide receiver, your first Catholic Central game. That's a way to make an impression. Skylar Hunter returns as the quarterback for Catholic Central. Justin, what's the offensive mindset here?
Again, you cannot play to lose. You have to play to win, so you have to stay in your playbook. I think try to boot out Skylar Hunter a little bit, give him an opportunity to run in some space.
On the ground, Hager. And he only gained a couple.
Evan Hager's the ball carrier.
On the other side, Grant, how does Brother Rice counteract what you'd assume going to be a lot of runs here from Catholic Central?
This is where the D-line's got to step up and make a play. Someone on this defense has got to make a play. They got to go for the ball when he's running. The second guy to the tackle, rip that ball out. Secondary, don't give up any big plays. They might try to lull him to sleep here and try to throw one over top. You never know with Catholic Central.
What are you trying to say, Grant? It's a joke.
Told you, if we got through this broadcast without killing each other, it'd be good. Flag on the field.
False start.
Oh.
Number 58 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Guys, do you think that's a little bit of quarterback change in cadence? You're going to get these type of things happening here late in the game. It's loud. That's a tough penalty for CC to digest.
And Grant, Justin, keep this in mind. The two quarterbacks for Catholic Central are sophomores who are both assuming kind of a dual starting quarterback role after you lose a guy in Declan Bile who was a starter for the last 3 years.
You put yourself in a situation now, you have to be aggressive.
47, we got it.
Bo Jackson got the start for the Shamrocks tonight. Down the stretch, Skylar Hunter, the man on the football field. Give Hager for nothing. Eric's Doherty in the middle of the field. That man's a load.
Big fella's showing emotion out there. We just said that he's going to have to make a play. Someone on the defense is going to have to step up. Right there, half of the D-line steps up. You'll see right here. CC's trying to run a little inside zone. Doherty beats his man, makes the tackle on Evan Hager, number 2, the running back for Catholic Central. Good play. Big play because it sets up a 3rd and long. This is putting CC out of their comfort range right here. Let's see what they decide to do.
They did score a touchdown on 3rd and 30 tonight. Skylar Hunter with time to throw. The pump, the throw. Genrich makes the catch, but he's well short of the first. And there is a flag in the backfield.
Pass caught by Nico Genrich. Flag on the play.
That is a roughing the passer call on Brother Rice at the absolute worst time.
And hats off to Skylar Hunter. I mean, young man staying in, poised. He had a chance to say, hey, I got to pull it down, run it, make something happen. Pressure coming down on him. He sticks it in there for a good gain to give him at least a chance. He lets the ball go and it gets hit to the head, pushed down, and it's enough for the referees to call it.
Pivotal penalty. Gives Catholic Central the football at Brother Rice's 44. After Hunter took the hit, he left the game, and now you bring Bo Jackson back in. Catholic Central going to use their first timeout of the second half.
Timeout.
There could be some confusion right there. The coaches around the field yelling, hey, switch the play, do something. What, CC wasn't in the right formation or they didn't have the right play call. Forces CC to call time.
3:49 to go. Catholic Central up by 2. What in the world would you expect from this football game? Coming down the wire at Lawrence Tech, Shamrocks leading the Warriors by 2. Time to introduce you to tonight's player of the game, brought to you by the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Guys, Brady Blakita caught a touchdown on 3rd down and 30, and he had a 99-yard pick 6. Who else could we pick for tonight's player of the game?
No, and this shows you when you're a young man that have a lot of heart and puts the work in. Doesn't matter how big you are. He's a scat guy. He can take it to the house every time he touches it. Has a tremendous heart inside of his chest, and he's been a difference maker in this game. And I think, Grant, you and I watching film all week, we knew he could be an X factor, and he definitely has.
Catholic Central just called the timeout. They have 2 left. Brother Rice is out of them. Give Spencer Lyons a couple of yards on 1st down.
Spencer Lyons was the ball carrier.
Brother Rice will take that, right? Gain of 2, not a huge gain. The running back couldn't get to the second level defenders. You know, you try to limit them as many possible yards as possible here. Look for Brother Rice to try to make another big stop.
Shamrocks bleeding as much clock as is physically possible. Give Hager off a high snap. Evan keeps those legs churning. Does get back to the line of scrimmage. Setting up a 3rd down. That, to put it mildly, is important.
Big 3rd down here. You have a lot going through your head. Do we want to keep the clock running, give as little time as possible, even possibly 4-down territory? We punt it, get them down pinned, or to the 20. Punter's been doing a really good job. We've been talking about special teams today and how that could change the outcome of this game.
Brother Rice student section doing all they can. Here's your 3rd down 7. Give Evan Hager. Slipped the tackle. Kept the legs churning. Evan Hager, the senior for Catholic Central, with one of the biggest runs of his life. That's a 1st down.
Evan, can you tell he's fired up about that one or what? Great energy out of number 2, Evan Hager. That is a dagger in the heart of Brother Rice right now. That run was great. He broke many tackles right there, fought for the 1st down. It's going to be hard to come back from that one.
You're going to take that momentum in the rest of your season. Your young offensive line, you relied on them in crunch time, and they got it done with Evan Hager running behind, the Cal Rogowskis and the Zukas and the Tinnins and all these great offensive linemen that are coming up.
Right back to Hager. Ball security, the name of the game right now. How in the world is he not still down? Go off, Evan Hager. Dan Anderson has never lost to Brother Rice. When you got a perfect record in your ledger against Brother Rice, that'll make you a fan favorite. Guy who learned under Tom Mack for decades. Jackson will sneak it ahead and gain the 1st down. That's the capper.
Remember, we could still see a rematch here in the Prep Bowl Week 9, so this was a great battle. Everything we expected, and what a tremendous opportunity to call this game with you two. It's been a pleasure, and hats off to both programs, not only the tradition, but also just tonight how they competed.
It's been a blast. It's been an honor sharing the booth with fellow CC alums here. Looks like you guys are going to be walking away happy tonight.
That'll do it. The streak continues for the 8th straight season. Detroit Catholic Central tops Brother Rice in another outstanding ball game between 2 banner programs in the state of Michigan.
Brother Rice Athletic Department, thank you for attending tonight's game.
And Dan Anderson's happy with the win. But I think we can all see by the look on his face, he knows that was another knockdown, drag-out brawl, wasn't it, Justin?
Yeah, and I think both coaches here for Brother Rice and Catholic Central, Coach K, Coach A, are going to be here for a long time and, not even reestablish the rivalry, but just create a new foundation for new tradition.
Now let's kick it back into the studio.
Evan, thanks. Coming up tonight on the OT, we'll get back out to Lawrence Tech for post-game reaction from Rice and CC in a classic. We've got number 1 against number 5 in West Bloomfield and Rochester Adams. And how about 14th ranked Dakota going to 6th ranked Chippewa Valley? Huge ranked matchups in the OAA and MAC Red divisions.
That's not all. The games of the night in the Grand Rapids area are coming up. Rockford at East Kentwood and Caledonia at Granville, and first place on the line in the KLAA West between Northville and Brighton. Football Friday overtime powered by state champs starts after this timeout.